neighborhood of Gary, Indiana. AJ, A-Dub, Marco, and Stretch. Keeping it forthright, vulnerable, and we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Informally Honest Podcast. Four niggas from Gary, four brothers from Gary, Indiana, Miller neighborhood, coming to talk to you about this thing called life. And no matter where we go, or what we talk about, we always gonna keep it forthright, vulnerable, and most of all, get the goddamn honest. Fellas, we got a brother on the pod today.
Right. That's right.
Yes. Only separated by one letter, he and I. But we both Ishman. the singer extraordinaire. Acting like nobody business. Slinging more cream than your frothiest bitch. Being glistening because he just got his mouth out the ditch. We talking about the man with the golden. We talking about the man with the golden smile that always keep you high in your back like it's erectile, and that is Ramon. No dysfunction. Mony is on the pod today. Ramon, Ishman, how you doing, my guy?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, man? Oh, I'm so excited to be here with y'all. Oh, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming.
Absolutely, sir. His cousin ain't here today, but always love to Marcus, the ghost. And Mony joined us today all the way from Harlem. Shout out to Cam and Mace. And
Mony is leading off the second Renaissance.
Right. Malcolm X right here in my backyard. About to holler at Langston.
Right.
WD Du Bois.
We already blessed to have we already blessed to have his twin brother Felly on the pod before, so we're glad that we could finally after too many years get him on the pod. So welcome everybody. The whole nest is glad to have you. The informal name of our listeners who did not agree to be called that whatsoever. So before we get started, fellas, how you doing? Mony, let's start with you. How's life treating you, man?
Oh man, I am truly blessed, family. I am truly blessed. It's been life. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I got my health, man. Got my family, my friends. I'm just, especially today, man. It was just a great day, great Sunday, man. So good to be here with y'all. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Dub, AJ, how y'all doing?
Well, life ain't been no crystal stair, but pretty good. Someone will get it.
Someone will get it, but they may not catch on to
it. But pretty good.
Good. Hey, Dub, you good?
Yeah, man, pretty good. Just filled up the balcony with some plants and shit. So trying to get some, nice herbs and whatnot to keep consistent with one of my. And I think I mentioned this before. I don't really be doing the New Year's resolutions, but one of them was to like cook more and find different things that I actually enjoy. So we got the herbs cracking, trying to keep all the dishes fresh. So other than that, man, we hanging in there.
Love to hear that. I myself, I was talking about a little before we got on. I won't get into too much detail. But I just got back from Cuba. From Havana and Matanzas. Literally this morning. So I'm tired, but I'm here. And it was good times. I wish I could have enjoyed the sun a little more. But beautiful place, beautiful people. Probably my first interaction with socialism up front.
Wow.
Most of the societies that I've like kind of been to have been either like somewhat capitalistic, somewhat maybe a little bit socialist, and I've been China, so communist. but it was an interesting experience. Particularly just to see a place where prejudices are still really apparent, but the institution of racism isn't technically there.
Mm.
And so like to see kind of everybody be in this thing of this mind frame of like we're Cuban first, but we can still kind of see where like some colorism plays factors, or like some racial prejudice may still like have like lingering things. But it's classism before anything else.
Oh yeah.
Everybody can be poor.
Man, two things. One, I guess is a question. What I hear typically when I hear folks talk about Cuba, they say that it's still very much in the 50s, 60s, like visually. Was that the case for you?
No, what it is it's not necessarily them, it's the cars. So they're really known.
So not the architecture, just the cars. Okay.
The architecture is also relatively old too, because you're still talking about stuff that was built by like Spain and whatnot that kind of built the city up. And so yeah, architecturally it's still pretty much there. There's some renovations as far as like to deal with hurricanes, like windows are still like wooded slots, but they have metal bars on them to make sure all your shit don't fly out your house when the water hit it.
Gotcha.
It still doesn't have necessarily like a major power grid. So a lot of places are still on like, generators and like losing power periodically or constantly. But like the cars are like the most like apparent part of it, because the cars are from the 40s and 50s, but they'll have like new Toyota engines and like current radio systems in it.
Hybrid chargers and shit.
Right. But they're talking about like cars before airbags and like automatic brake systems existed.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild, man. Well, yo, my second thing real quick is I've been telling motherfuckers you went to Costa Rica. I'm pretty sure I told Mony you went to Costa Rica, bro. What the fuck?
Different part of the Caribbean. I don't even think Costa Rica's in the Caribbean. I think that's South America. But,
oh man.
Same kind of islands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, that shit started with a C.
Okay.
It started with a C.
Yeah. Dope times, dope people. Saw a lot of beautiful stuff. And yeah. But anyways, what y'all say we hop into the first subject to see where we go from there. Adam's lovely wife, I'm trying to think of the other name, Abeo. Abeo wrote, he said y'all were having a conversation, so this came up. Trying to get to the most concise way to ask it. Okay. Pretty much the simple question is, which would you rather give up first? Like if you had to choose between these two, which would you give up? Cheese or head?
Dang.
And I'm gonna start this motherfucker. Fuck cheese. And the thing about it is, most of the time, especially when dealing with newer people, head probably not even gonna be great. You gotta learn. No, it's rare people are coming out of the gate with gray head these days.
I go
I
must be hanging around the right spots then. So
and I love that for you. The thing is, like, I have somewhat of a good track record, but then there's some others that I'll be like, who was this for? Like,
is this about you or me?
Because you get there, you're like, nah, like I'm a real attack my shit type of nigga. Like,
Yo, Mony gonna have to fucking come up with signals because he at the damn park right now. He's gonna have to come up with some type of signal.
I got my headset in.
No, he was saying for what you might say.
I want you to participate, like, openly, but
man.
Yeah, I don't like no, cutesy wootsy type, just get some of the ice cream off the cone type dick sucker.
Yeah, I feel that. You're more of like a 67 Shelby, 0 to 60 in like 1.2. I feel that.
Easiest way I can put it is, if you still care about your life while you do this, stop. I need you to put your life at risk while committing this act.
Oh man.
Like, what are we doing here if you're not? So if I got to choose between that and like, oh no, I can like, and I love pizza. Pizza is something I eat pretty fucking often. I love pizza, a good grilled cheese with a whole lot of fucking smack.
That's my favorite food, man. Pizza.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna miss it. But if you told me I'd choose between pizza or never getting my dick sucked again, I would go, well, time to figure out what to do with place of pizza.
It's just breadsticks.
I'm gonna save mine for a little bit later, but I'm just gonna leave you with this. You got some strong opposition over here in this quadrant, and I'm gonna just leave you with a little bit of that.
Man,
jump out there.
Like, okay, so for me, like the reason why I even brought this up, because when she brought it up to me, I thought like, well, yeah, I figured everybody's gonna say, yeah, you can keep the cheese. That's what I assumed. But she said literally everybody that was there, and I think there was about like 5 other people there at this gathering, and everybody else said cheese. So in my mind, I'm like, either A, y'all have access to the best cheese on the planet, or B, y'all partners are the worst at giving head on the planet. So I don't know which one it is.
How much you want to bet it's the fucking latter? There have been a number of women that I'm like, you either really fine, or I find you to be a dope person and the sex is decent enough or even great that I will go, you know what? I have other women that are great at this. You ain't got to worry about it. Like, we ain't got to taint the relationship so I can be reminded like, oh, yeah, this ain't your bag.
That's the skill set.
You're underqualified for the job. So let me get this right. You have no experience. And you're not willing to accept the entry-level position at this job? Okay. At this company? Okay, all right. Moving right along.
I'm just like, yo, it's okay. I'll be okay. Cause and thing is, if I see you got potential or you willing to, put in some work, then cool. I'm good. I'm good to train. Because and the thing about it is, this ain't on some red pill shit. I'm the same way. If I don't eat your box how you like it, tell me what you want. What you want? Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
But we ain't about to sit here and I'm gonna just hit you with the and then you unsatisfied.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose. Yeah.
And so
I gotta say, first of all, I'm lactose intolerant. Let me just say that right now. As mostly all Black people are. But I love cheese, man. Now, in the context of marriage, because I love the Lord, so I'm trying to get away from my whole days, and so, but I honestly, I'm giving up cheese, man, because it's a bad, what's the answer with both? I want both. You know what I'm saying? I want cheese on my pizza because I still eat that. You know what I'm saying? I still eat that. Sometimes you got to take a chance. You just can't be around me for 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm willing to part with. It's got to be the cheese, man. It's got to be the cheese.
Go ahead, Mony.
Mozzarella cheese. I love my.
I'm with you, Mony, that, in the perfect world, cheese and knees are both being, in a surplus.
I just want to know how they come up with that conversation.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I thought you was about to go into something deep, but you said let me just put it into a. Let me just surmise it for a little bit. Would you rather have cheese?
Now, first of all, if we're talking about head, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like, first of all, if we're talking about head, deep is the only way to go. And so, but yeah, Aaron, so you got the opposition here, right? Clearly, you going full lactate. Please argue your case.
Well, I should.
Got already. Got them Tums ready.
Yeah. Yo, I should say that I too am lactose intolerant. I guess I just don't give a shit about that aspect of my experience. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nor do I give a shit about the carnage that I cause those around me.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
You know what I'm saying?
See them silent ones. When you look around and see if somebody else smelt it, you be like, who did that?
It's like, yo, we had 3 years of practice. Everybody knows 6 feet away. Everybody 6 feet away, motherfucker. This ain't nothing new. We had practice for 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
I secretly love farting and seeing other people's reaction when they smell it.
And they try to because they're focused on like reading a book or something, and you see their fucking face, but they try to do their best to just continue focusing on what they're doing. And it's like, fam, you know your focus is fucked up. You know
your fart smell bad.
I'm trying to push through. Just crumble.
Oh, but nah. See, if that shit happened on public transit, you got really about 45 seconds before either me or whatever other funny niggas on this train is gonna go.
For real. Oh man.
It's always like one person, and then I'm the person who didn't agree with them. Like, yeah, dang, who did that? You smell it too?
Yeah.
There's always one funny person in the group, whether you're on the plane, the bus, like there's always the one funny person. always got the commentary.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Listen, God gave us these body parts. He knew it was gonna be good. He knew what he was doing when he put all this stuff on us, man. He knew. And I honestly feel, like I said, in the contains when it's right, like you said, AJ, your partner or whatnot, you want to be. I've been. First of all, my parents had 7 kids, so they was already nasty. You know what I'm saying? And that's just in my DNA. So I'm a people pleaser. I love to please. So, I can't wait to find my wife. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and I want that for you. I want the shine of your beard to be from your wife's doing and not just coconut oil.
Yeah, for real. I received that, Jay.
That is page 5 in my new book, Nigga Affirmations.
Hey, that's on page 5. What's on page 12? He said he's starting off the first chapter with the first 5 days.
Oh, it's not really a book. It's a pamphlet. It's only only about 10 pages.
He got a brochure.
Coffee table brochure.
Yo. That was a good question, bro. We got to tell her that was a good question. I was not expecting that.
So, Mony, last time I saw you, we were in Harlem, right? At your job, the Museum of Ice Cream.
Yeah.
Right, which is a very fun situation. You get to see all the colorful pastels and jump into a ball pit where I'm sure it has to be the second location of COVID's insemination. And Mony is the first live action presenter that you get in the museum. And I say this to gas you and because it's completely true. Just like it was when we were growing up, you are one of the most charismatic people that anybody could ever meet.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
And while the room was pink, you were certainly the brightest light in there.
Man,
and
thank you, bro.
tell me first of all, what even led you to work there? What's the status of that working situation? Like, how do you have that much passion slinging Dippin' Dots and dairy products?
Hey, first of all, dang, Jay, that was what, 3 years ago? Was that what, 2?
Nah, that was post-COVID.
It was post-COVID.
I want to say that was maybe last year.
Had to be either had to be early last year.
Yeah, something like that.
You came, I think, during the summer.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember why I was even in town.
You had a show.
What show
You
was
had
it?
a show.
Yeah, but
I forgot what it was.
It was
you had a show.
I thought it was I think y'all were premiering something at Smack DVD.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, where is this going? Because I know you don't know my schedule like that.
Yeah. It was so good.
I had a show in New York. I don't remember what it was for, but yeah, I had a show in New York.
That's how you know you keeping busy, bro. You don't even remember your gigs, bro. You just making moves.
Nah, it's called depression. But yeah, let's go with your answer.
Honestly, Museum of Ice Cream. One of the greatest places I've ever been a part of, one of the greatest teams I've ever been a part of. I'm gonna try to. Y'all want the long story, or y'all want the medium or the short?
If we could keep it concise, that would be great.
Concise. Okay, I'm gonna put it. It's medium. I'm gonna make it medium.
I was gonna say
for sure.
So it was. It's with this journey, man. With the Museum of Ice Cream, it started in 2019. First of all, let me give y'all the backstory to that. I was just looking for jobs left and right. Like I had my mind set on being a school safety agent, like Veezy, like Mr. Veezy. Because I'm like, I already worked with the youth at my church that I was at, Baraka Baptist Church. And then I'm like,
that's the Trinidad gig? Oh, no, not Trinidad, the Haitian church?
Yep, the Haitian family, yep, my Haitian people. I was working with the youth. I was a youth leader, youth leader. And I'm like, hold on, man. They get the summer off too, and they get paid good money. And I'm just working with kids. I can be inspired. I never had a little brother or sister. I can be that type of person to the youth, while I'm at school and get good money. You know what I'm saying? And still try to support my life career. That's what I call it. My life career. And so I failed the drug test. So background check, it said, "Oh yeah, nigga, you smoke weed." They said no, and I went through the whole process. I cried. I'm like, man, I went through this whole thing, man. Y'all know I'm emotional. Went through this whole thing, and I was looking on some actor's site to like auditions and stuff, and I saw a Museum of Ice Cream. I said, "What the heck is Museum of Ice Cream? What the heck is that?" Audition for that, and so I looked up. Went into audition, got hired the day of, and they started me off in late 2019. They started me off in late 2019. This was November, like Thanksgiving 2019. So I was there. We like the first. I think we were the second museum, but we were the first in New York.
Okay.
So this was like our flagship, one of the big dogs. And so I'm like one of the pioneers to help build it and start it up. So this is all new for all of us. They had a pop-up years ago before in New York and Miami, but this was the first time like it was official, like they had a building. And so it was a journey, man. I fell in love with it immediately because I got paid to be me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got paid to be Josh. You saw I got paid to be me, bro. And so 2020 come around, y'all know what happened. COVID hit right around my birthday when the NBA shut down. That's when I know something was going on. I said, Tom Hanks got COVID. I said, oh man, the world coming to the end. If Tom Hanks got it, then I remember what black people used to say, if black people ain't got it, black people ain't gonna get COVID. And then Idris Elba had COVID. I said, oh, the world is coming to an end. And so that happened in March 2020. This was after Kobe passed, you know what I'm saying? And this was just a lot that started off the year. March, my birthday, they fired all of us. And thank God we was able to get unemployment. And so during that whole time, during COVID year, the pandemics, them stimmy checks was coming in. And so it was looking real nice. And this place, it allowed me to grow in different ways I never thought I could. You know what I'm saying? And this was a part of what I came out to New York to do. I'm like, man, I might as well get paid and network and connect with people and make people smile, make people laugh. You know what the God-given gifts He's given me. And so that happened. Now through that time, you know, I came back. I had my surgery, my sleeve surgery in 2021, in the fall of 2021. I came back that fall, 2021. And so why I love this place so much is through that connection. One of my coworkers, I mentioned it before in one of my posts, one of my testimonies, her name is Siri, like Apple. And so she's from Norway. She's Norwegian. And so they put the traveling ban on the country. I don't know if y'all remember that when they shut down all the travel. Like everybody had to go back to their country where they were stuck here. So she left me her 3-bedroom apartment in Harlem. My coworker barely knew me, but we got so close together like a family. You know what I'm saying? Because we was all artists, actors, singers, performers, and all in their own right. And so it was a miracle that I was able to get my apartment in Harlem, 3-bedroom, fully furnished. She gifted it to me. She had a month paid already ahead of me, and I took over the lease.
Nice.
So
shout out to Siri real quick.
Shout out to Siri, man. I still love that girl, and I always remember who have blessed me along the way, who's been in my corner, who's been in my circle, man. I have so many people. You already know, Aaron. Y'all know how it is, man.
For sure.
That's been supporting me, that's been showing me so much love, and that was a miracle in itself. So I really knew that was God's plan for me to be there. Fast forward, came back, started working. It was on fire. Like, had a new look. I was losing that weight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, you know, that swag coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my college weight back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back to 200. You know what I'm saying? Back to 200, getting the beard up. And so all that was happening. Fast forward, went through a tumultuous year last year, probably the hardest year of my life, probably the hardest year in New York City that I've ever had. Lost the apartment. Couldn't afford it anymore because the stimmy checks was gone. What they were paying me wasn't enough to keep it up. Couldn't find a roommate during the pandemic, but it served its cause at the time. It served what it was supposed to do. So it was a blessing. And I was so hurt, man. I was crying. It was right around my birthday again. Like, it was just, everything is happening around my birthday. Like, why? What kind of gift this is?
March is a hard time for you.
March is just a hard time. And so, went through a tumultuous year, man, going from place to place, room to rooms. It was even nights, weeks. I was in a homeless shelter. I think I mentioned that as well before. But I knew God was with me the whole time, man. The whole year, He was with me. And then, but I was still working, still getting money. You know what I'm saying? Still loving my job. But the depression, like you said, Jay, the depression and, you know, life and the pandemic did a number on all of us. Like, it was a blessing for me in disguise. Like, but for the most part, we were all isolated in some type of way, mentally going through it, man. And so that job gave me an outlet to see joy in people's face and people's families and the kids. You know what I'm saying? It gave me an outlet to really bring joy in a dark time. You know what I'm saying? And so fast forward, I got fired in January. This past January, I thought I was out of the mud. You know what I'm saying? To start the year off, like, damn. I took it for granted, but they love me, man. I felt like they always showed me love. They said they didn't want to show me favoritism. So they said I'm open to come back. I just gotta wait a few months, but I still love my family at Museum of Ice Cream. And I have no animosity or bad blood. I love all my managers, all my coworkers, but I got fired for stuff like I could have controlled. Tardiness, you know what I'm saying, and having phone on the floor, things I could have controlled, but I was so caught up in my life outside of the job that I took it for granted. But I still love that place, man. And if I am in that need of going back, I will. But I'm in this season now where I'm just focused on me. I'm focusing on what I came out here to do. And now I'm getting that unemployment. Thank God for that unemployment. Still getting paid, you know what I'm saying? Doing side gigs here, you know what I'm saying? Doing side gigs here, open mics. um, uh, I'm actually starting to do stand-up comedy now. Like I never
Nice.
thought, you know what I'm saying? I was a class clown, voted class clown, but I never thought myself to be a comic. You know what I'm saying? Or to stand up and tell jokes. But Jay, you saw that's what I was doing there at the
Yeah.
museum. So it was preparing me. It was preparing me as training grounds. It was training grounds for me to be in my life career and my calling, my purpose, I believe. And so I'm always gonna love using my ice cream. It's always gonna have a special place in my heart. And maybe one day I will go back. But I'm hoping that I don't need to. I'm hoping that I become commercial like Flo from Progressive of Jake from State Farm for them and put Mony on Museum Ice Cream, like be that commercial type of person that's doing TikToks and Instagrams for them. But right now I'm just focusing on my goals, man. I got so much that I want to get out to the world. I got so much that I need to get out to the world. Like I've been here for 13 years. It's time to show what I have to show for that time. So yeah, man, it's nothing but love for my museum of ice cream. Mary Ellis, Manish, that's the CEO and the COO, the founders of the company, and they are so dope. Like I got them on my gram, like we real friends. Like, and they like Forbes 30 under 30 type big timers. Like, got to meet so many people, Questlove, artists, you name it, bro. I got to meet so many people, Russell Wilson, Jordan Peele, just to name a few, and actually like network and see people like those are circles I'm gonna be in. So it prepared me for a lot of things, man. So that's where I'm at right now. So those who are watching this that didn't know, that's what it is. That's why I haven't been posting museum. I've just been in this hiatus, in this little cocoon that God has put me in to like prepare me for what's to come in this new season.
I think the kids are calling it moving in silence.
That's the new Riz, right? That's the new Riz.
No. It's not new.
I think it's yeah. I think did y'all see that recent? You ever hear white people try to break something down that's real simple?
The Lil Wayne joint. Tony Baker was like, "Man, we've been new to." Tony Baker was the first fucking comment. Like,
this is one of the most simple lines of all. Like, it's very straightforward.
Moving in silence, man, and letting God do His thing, bro. So I'm so in a different space right now. My mind is so in a different place right now. It's better than it was last year, and I'm so thankful. Just turned 35 March 1st, so it's really like come full circle moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm in the best position that I am right now, man. So I love that place. Love that place.
Word up, man. I don't doubt any of those great things will happen for you. I still remember when I went and you were like, yeah, just go to the front and tell them you here to see Mony. And I was like, okay, sure. And it's every person I said it to, they were like, oh, who are you here to see? I was like, Mony. It's like, Mom? Like, it was always such a like emphatic reaction of love and admiration that every person had. I thought I was going to see like the nigga of Oz, and so
that's what it felt like. Jay, was it not like Willy Wonka meets Alice in Wonderland type of vibe? That's what I tell everybody.
Yeah, like the place is very fun. It is. It's cool.
My ice cream name is Mony Delicious. By the way, Mony Delicious. But my real name is Mony D. Ishman. So Mony Delish-ish. You see how I did that? Off from the top.
I like that.
And I gotta tell you, with as much queerness as exists in my life, every time I said it, the Gary nigga in me was like, I don't know, man. Mon.
Hey, what was yours?
You know who Mony is, man. Stop playing. Like, we ain't gotta. Don't make me call this nigga delicious.
Call him delicious.
It's like, man, I haven't had to say pause in a long time, man. I don't know.
Come on, man. Like, I know it's a nickname. I know it's a name, but it sounds like a sentence. Like, like, what is a Mony? Like, Mony Delicious, man. Like, nigga delicious. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You know his name. You know my name. Hey, what was yours, Josh? What was yours? Did you get one?
I do not remember. I forgot that they like made us make up stuff. I was like, I don't know. Like,
That was too funny. Yeah, good memories there, man. Good memories there. Honestly, I love that place, and I hope when it comes back around that they gonna be my sponsor. They gonna be one of my platforms, bro.
no
That's how
doubt. As soon as you make that break, they were like, "Hey, don't you want to come back and, like you said, be our Jacob State Farm?
yeah. Let me get the
We about
yeah.
to
Commercial.
franchise the
Oh,
museum in every major
right,
city."
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as acting is and the progression of that, that's the last time I besides museum, last time I saw you act was in the longest church play that I've ever seen in my life. It could put every Medea play to shame. It was a 6-hour service in a sauna. I didn't know by going to a play in a church that they were going to have a full service in addition to the play. That still didn't start on time.
Gotta squeeze the load in there when you, hey man, you gotta squeeze the load in and get in when you can, man.
It was no forewarning too. Every part of that was like, oh yeah, man, you're gonna go to this stop on the L. Didn't know it was the last stop in like the butt crack of Brooklyn.
The booties. Nazi.
I get there, I was like, this is really the elbow beat of New York right here. And then I get in there and I so much French, and I was like, no, these niggas Haitian. I had to figure out that they were Haitian. I was not told that this was a Haitian church. It's like, oh yeah, man, I got a play going on in the church. It's so many things I had to figure out in real.
Yo, Haitian Creole. Hey, I forgot you came through, Jay. Good looking for that, bro. Good looking for coming through, bro.
My family. I'm just glad, I left with my life. And so what's the if there was a dream role in some existing play, musical, what have you, what could you see yourself?
Man, you know what's crazy, bro? I get asked that question a lot. And it's normally from people I either know or don't know. Like if they were to come to the museum.
Those are all the people.
Somebody, I know make a distinct difference. Yeah, it's either from people I don't know or know.
Man, I can't walk to I can't walk to an unknown address of people I don't know without getting that question, man. and that is a good question, though. That's a good question, man.
Question, bro. Somebody told me, "Hey, you look like the genie from Aladdin on Broadway." Cause he bald. And
I know. I know, dude. I can't think of his name, but I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you should be on there. Honestly, bro, I'm trying to do it all. What you want me to do? You want me to sing for you?
Yeah, sure. I can get that part of it, but like if you were like, oh, and if opportunity was just at my door, like a kid that got a perfect score on the ACT and SAT, every school's making offers. Where you want to go? You want to be, Aaron Burr on Broadway. You want to be the next you want to be the next Denzel, like
of course Denzel, Jamie, Michael B. Jordan, Jim Carrey, Adam, Will. I want to. What's that dude? What's that dude from Hamilton? My boy,
Lin-Manuel.
Lin-Manuel, man. That's that dude.
Now, when we say Lin-Manuel, because not trying to slander or nothing like that. He's rich. He doesn't care about me. Lin-Manuel is a great writer. Everything else is up to debate. Because every cast of Hamilton is stronger than the one he's in.
Dang, you probably seen more than what I've seen, and I only saw it on that Disney version, so I didn't even see it live.
And I've only kind of heard stuff like from like their Instagrams and shit like that. And fun fact, you remember Julius?
Yeah.
So he's I don't know if he's still doing it, but for some time he was Hamilton in their touring show.
What? That's
For
crazy.
anybody that doesn't know, Julius, I cannot remember his last name right now. It's escaping me.
I can't remember either.
Julius was when they first started West Side Theater Guild in Gary. He was the original, like Jesus and Jesus Christ Superstar, Joseph and Joseph Mendes and Dreamcoat. Like when they first started Theater Guild, he was getting all the main roles.
Wow.
So like, as far as like musical theater was concerned, to my knowledge, only other person that's had the relative similar career has been Chester Gregory.
Yeah, Chester been killing it since even before Jackie. I think of Mark Spencer. You already know how I was at West Side lyrics and whatnot. I'm honestly say, man, I think because Jamie is the jack of all trades and the master of some, that's what I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because he can do it all: comedy, drama. I don't think I've seen him do Broadway, but I'm sure he could do it.
You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see him try.
Yeah, I think that's a different ball game than film and TV.
What?
We've had this conversation before, man. I remember Josh like, man, I'm a bit underwhelmed. I know y'all love him. I know y'all love him, man. But
I will stick with my critique that James is a great impersonator, but when and he knows.
Ramon, listen closely, Ramon.
I'll stand 10 toes down in it. Jamie is a great impersonator. He's a fantastic singer. He is rough with him making full albums, and he's not the best actor as a whole.
Okay. I'm not.
He's not just 10 toes down. He's like glued. Yo, his toes are glued to the ground. He ain't going. You know what I'm saying? You know, man.
Does he know?
What up, bro?
You broke up.
That last part, Jay. Say that last part again, Jay.
Great impersonator, yes. Does he know the science of acting? Yes. Is he better than most? I'll even give you that. Is he himself a great actor? No.
I think that's I think that's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got our favorites. We all got who we think's the goats. But as far as to what I want to do, as far as being the whole all the arenas, because even the albums he came out with fire, unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? Extravaganza. Those some hits. They had some hits, man.
That Storm song. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that song was hot. That song was hot in the streets. I say that. Hey, I say that 10 toes, to the ground, son. I say that. That shit was hot, son.
And what's dope about Jamie, he know his lane. He know he ain't Denzel. You know what I'm saying? But we also know Will may not be able to do comedy as well as Jamie. You get what I'm saying? So they all know they lane, but they all great within their strengths.
Sure.
And I feel like if I was to come up with a list, I ain't gonna do that now though. But Jamie up there with as far as what I see, going on.
No singular artist that is more multi-talented than Jamie Foxx. I'll never take that away from him.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Man, I forgot what we were talking about. We just been flowing, but I tell you that's the type of realm I see myself going in because we were blessed to go to Emerson, EVPA. I mean, when we got trained for free. Think about that, y'all. We got trained by professionals, one of the best, probably the best teachers in the region. You know what I'm saying? For free. And it was for 7 years. 6th to 12th grade. That's 7 years. And we were able to get that. And I still hold on to things Mr. Hurd taught me. Shout out to Robert Hurd, to Miss Booth, Miss Thomas. Shout out to Miss Thomas. All the great teachers there that poured into us. And that right there, man, I still take with me. But I'm getting to that phase now, so I want to learn more. I want to refresh on it all to where it's like whatever I do turns to gold. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what mindset I'm on right now, man. Especially turning 35, I had this midlife crisis. Y'all know how that is. Y'all know we getting up there, but we ain't up there. You know what I'm saying? We still young.
I'm up there. shelf life on this career is
shelf life, bro. But we like adults now. Like we got beards and wives and people. Like we gotta take care of it. I don't. But at least none that I know of.
He said, I ain't got any of that shit, but I feel you.
I feel like we at that point now to where it's all for the taking. That's why I'm so to bring it back. I'm so glad that y'all doing this, man. Y'all stepping out on faith. If you really think about it, y'all stepping out on faith, and y'all said we're gonna do it during the pandemic. Coming up, we're gonna come up during the pandemic, and that's something I wish I would have really drove in on during that time. You know what I'm saying? I came out with some stuff, posted some stuff, tried to do some stuff, but I ain't really go in on it like I should have. Like the Tabitha Browns, like the Tony Bakers, like the Kev on stages. You know what I'm saying? Like the Jesse Banks. I ain't really go in like I should. But now's the time. The time is now.
It's always gonna be when it's not about when you didn't commit, it's when you do.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You never late when you still here.
Yeah. I was telling the guys one thing that was a high dark from my trip in Cuba was we went to an art school. It was only focused on music, but it was also a boarding school that the students got to live at.
Wow.
And so they were there pretty much. I want to say that around the same amount of time. It could have been more than those 7 years, but I didn't see any like children. I want to say the youngest was like somewhere between 10 and 12.
Middle school, 6th grade, probably. Yeah.
But they all the students upon you got to audition to get in, and you got to prove that you have at least a certain amount of like either knowledge and or aptitude in order to get in. And everybody starts at percussion. Regardless of where you end up branching off into, everybody has to start at percussion.
The entry point.
And then you'll move into, your horns or your winds or any of the other stuff. Like it was a fucking 15-year-old on tenor sax, and I was like, I was like face turned up, like smelling chitterlings in the air. I was like, that little nigga is jamming. And so it made me think like, what would life have been had Emerson been a boarding school in a consistently good climate.
Yeah.
Now granted, it's still in a place like Cuba has its own struggles and whatnot. It's a socialist country. Nobody makes more than $30 a month. And
still a part of the U.S., ain't it?
Huh?
No, we fighting. No, we fighting with Cuba, ain't it? But we still got Cuba.
Well, Cuba used to be a quote unquote like enemy of the States for a long time because they didn't like Fidel. Fidel was pro Cuba and very anti colonization. And so when he got Spain out of there and America was trying to, sink their claws into it too, while Spain also had it in there, he was very like, fuck y'all. And so the Cubans that we know of that are in Florida were primarily descendants or are primarily descendants or even still living, because it wasn't that fucking long ago, of the Spanish folks. Because he was pretty much like, for all intents and purposes, y'all ain't gotta die. We don't have to kill you, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here, or you gotta acquiesce to the new regime. And they were like, but we hate niggas. Why do we have to do that? And so then they all moved to Florida, became Republicans, and started calling themselves white and all that other kind of shit. And so
he's Cuban B. That's right, Cuban B.
Excellent half-baked reference.
Yeah.
And so it's. What do you think would have been different about how you feel or how you feel about the ways that you relate to your art or where your life could be if at the end of high school you're considered a professional artist, you now are employed by the government to do that art unless you could do something else. Or like how much better could you possibly be at your thing? Would you have still wanted to go to Emerson if it was a place that you had to leave your family to go to?
Wow. Hey, that's a great question, Jay. I think I heard you talking about it right when Aaron put me on the phone.
Yeah.
And I heard you in the background talking about it. That okay, aside from it being Gary.
Like,
okay, let's just
take the Gary part out of it.
Take the Gary part out of it. If we were to do that, oh man, that would have been that would have I definitely feel we would have been further along than where we are now. That with no question, because we are around it all day. Me personally, I know y'all backgrounds, but me personally, because I was around music all the time and around the arts all the time, even at home and at church. We went to church 25/8. So it wasn't like I was missing the training, so to speak.
Right.
But can you imagine if we all were there at a boarding school for a long period of time? Would have been a lot of kids coming out of that middle school and high school. Let's just say that off jump.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, it would have been one hell of a fucking party.
It would have been a lot of fucking.
It would have been a lot of trouble. All that going on.
A lot of roasting, a lot of fucking.
A lot of roasting. But what I cherish to this day, y'all, and I'm sure y'all probably feel the same sentiment, because we were so small, it was so great. We knew everybody in our class. There wasn't one person that we did not know.
Yeah.
And we were all close. You're talking about 56 people in a graduating class.
It was 88 last time on my transcript.
Say what?
Yeah, 88.
Yeah, our class was a little bigger.
Oh shit! I thought we had 68 or 64.
I know it was in that realm between
on my transcript. Like I never forgot that number for some reason.
You said 38 or 88?
88.
Okay.
88. That's still relatively small.
Oh, it's small.
It's really small.
Because up here they got, classes that's graduating with 1,000 students that you ain't gonna, you see one person one day, you probably ain't gonna never see them for the rest of your academic career.
Yeah.
But we were so small, and if we were a boarding school, man, you talking about the Justice Jacksons coming out of there. Of course, we got some clout coming out of the G. To this day, our generation, we got a lot of names that's out there, but it would have been more so than before. You know,
a factory just pumping them out,
just pumping them out, right?
AJ, like you said, bro. Think about the movies Fame. We were Fame. You know what I'm saying? We were Fame. But if you think about a boarding school, man, we would have had so much fun. We would have had too much fun. We wouldn't have probably done the work.
Let me ask. Would you have now? Granted, we all have these like fond memories of Emerson and all that kind of stuff. Would you have wanted to go if that was the setup?
I think yes.
We didn't have that for me. I would say for me, there was no other option because I had already tried the Tolleson route,
right?
And this ain't gonna work. So it was Emerson or nothing. So
it was Emerson or nothing, man. And there's no shade towards the other school establishments.
No, but it is. Fuck Candy King. That Candy King was the worst. Candy King was the worst year and a half I could have ever had. That place was a hellhole.
Yeah, it's bad. There's stuff that I didn't even realize, how bad because Kirsten went there for a year when she first moved to Indiana from wherever. I forgot where she came from directly. I think it was South Carolina, but she really got bullied there. I mean, of course, I didn't know who that she was.
I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have made it. Any other school, you're right. I wouldn't have made it.
They did the whole 90s white sitcom put folks in the trash can type of stuff. Like,
I'm telling you, the shit I dealt with a kid, I was like, now granted, like we've all had some kind of proximity to nigga shit individually. But I remember walking in being like, I don't know nobody here. I didn't even know Marcus was there. Let's put it like, let's say that first. I didn't realize Marcus left Holliston.
Why am I just why am I just learning this?
Well, I learned it when I walked in and I went, why are you here? He left months before I did. And I remember walking in, seeing Marcus and being like, oh shit, Marcus. Turned my head and it was a nigga named Lawrence Johnson or something like that.
Lawrence, yeah, I played football with him at work.
You played football with him.
Yeah, Lawrence Johnson.
That nigga and his bushy ass straight backs walked up to me and said, what's that you claim? And I went, huh? And he punched me in my chest as hard as he could.
That's the sound you make when you're catching your breath. Yeah, that's what
yo, that's crazy. I didn't know that y'all came in that 7th or 8th grade year. I always thought that y'all came in in 6th grade when we left Banneker.
No,
I always thought that.
No, I came in the 7th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, I did 1 year at Towson. I was like, nah, I can't do it with these hoodlums here. I gotta go.
and he made it a whole year. I got kicked out half a year in.
What's funny though?
Huh?
What's funny though? Because I didn't have my regular group of friends. It was so. But that 1 year at Towson was interesting though, because it was me, Floyd Springfield, and there's this one dude, guy rest his soul, Harry and Dawson, which I don't think y'all met him. Or maybe you met him at Towson, but he didn't go to Banneker. So he was just a Towson kid, whatever.
He died?
Yeah, he died probably a good decade ago. He got shot, unfortunately. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Yep. But that was my little group. That was who I hung out with. And it was kind of like I kind of considered it as like an odd, because we all were so different and we didn't really belong together like that.
Yeah,
although I did hang out with Floyd.
Situation.
Yeah, I did hang out with Floyd at Banneker, but not like that, I guess.
Right.
But Tyrion was completely came from different worlds, He'd already been shot before. Like I just said, he had been shot later in life, and that was kind of his world. So but we were just all the best of friends, and we just hung out for that 1 year, and then we never really talked to each other after that.
Being already shot before at the ripe old age of 11.
I was about to say, damn.
And the G too, man. That's why that's why I'm so grateful that we were able to go to EVPA, because it was a bubble. It was a bubble. You hit it right on the mark, Jay. It was a bubble. We had to deal. Of course, there was some stuff that was going on.
Sure,
but it wasn't no more than a fight and a slap. You know what I'm saying? We ain't beef with people like that. We ain't had no guns. We ain't care about guns. We don't know what we get a whooping if we get a gun.
Yeah,
so it was.
Yeah. There was no gun. I mean, I think somebody might have brought a knife here and there, but that was, and even then, it was somebody brought a kitchen knife in their backpack. Okay.
Right. But you weren't going to do nothing with it. You weren't going to do nothing with it. Unless you was Nick. I
forgot about Nick.
Wait, Nick was a white dude, right? Hey, that motherfucker. Hey, bro. That motherfucker tortured me for a good few months. Man. I don't know if Adam remembers that shit because Nick was he was an art major.
Yeah, I think
you remember this dude.
I think you can't be gangsta at Emerson VPA. It's impossible.
Hey, we say it all the time, you can't bang and play cello.
Yeah,
and I agree wholeheartedly, but this motherfucker was an exception. I think he was on some WWE shit. Motherfucker, bro. Hey, speaking of 90s sitcom bullying, this motherfucker literally picked me up and hung me from my ankles and shook the fucking lunch money out of my pocket for real. No joke, bro. No joke.
Did
you get $1 lunch or did you get reduced?
I can't even remember, man, but I remember. You know what? I used to get allowance, so I think I used to just kind of bring a little bit of that shit. Yo, whatever the fucking case, this motherfucker took it all. Whatever the case, he took it off. I didn't have it after that after that altercation. I no longer had allowance. You know what I'm saying?
I think Nick might have been gone when you got there, Josh. I think
okay.
He was that much older than us.
He went to jail a couple times, like actually during school.
Yeah.
I want to say, or he went to some shit.
I was like, I don't remember this boy, dude.
I actually remember.
He was probably the only type of gangster type of dude.
And he was on some white. That's what's funny about it.
He was on some anger, man. I don't know. The dude had some serious
he had
issues, man.
Hey, you're right.
He was dealing with a lot. I remember. Yeah, I remember. Miss Weiss and shit. I remember Miss Weiss like talking about it, and I'm like, damn, your homie's in jail. She was so sad because he was actually like a dope artist.
Yeah, he was.
He couldn't get it together.
He was talented,
bruh. I remember a couple times though when like some of the other homies, because like whenever you would go on a field trip or whatever, it'd be like, let's say it's like a art major field trip, you'd go with everybody. It would be 6th through fucking senior year.
Right.
So I finally got cool with a couple of like the seniors and shit, and they pretty much were my plug for safety. You know what I'm saying?
Being in with the upperclassmen.
I remember a couple times we were walking on the bus, and Nick went to fucking sucker punch me again, and one of the dudes looked back like, no, he's with me. He good. I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm good. I'm good. You get that fake confidence. You get that false confidence and shit. Oh man, that was great, bro.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was some horrific times for a good 3-4 months, man. I was a little spooked to walk down those art hallways, man.
Wait, time out.
Those corridors were rather chilly. I gotta say.
Hold on. How long we going for this podcast?
They usually go about an hour.
Okay. Because man, we're gonna have to do a part 2 or a part 3 or something, bro. It's
you always
so
welcome,
much
bro.
I want to touch on, bro.
You always welcome.
Sure, come back next week.
Huh? It's like, yeah, you can just come back next week.
Yeah, you can be a substitute.
All right, cool.
Pinch hitter right here.
A lot of stuff. What you just asked about, Josh, with the boarding school, but I also want to touch on this too, man. Since we talking about bullies, I honestly think I was thinking about it for the past couple of years. I was mean, bro. And as far as like talking about people, and I mean, I got it.
Charge it. I said it's the culture. Charge it.
Yeah, but it was. But I feel like, bro, that I said some hurtful things to people, like my own cousin Terrence Kirkendall, like stuff we used to do.
Yeah, he got it hard, bro. He got it hard. Let me clear that up. I just said he got it hard. Let me clear that up. Hold on. No, man.
But he was my cousin. He's still my boy. But I felt like even when Josh met me and you at Banneker, we got stories for days when we go back to Banneker. We got stories for days, bro.
Me and you used to be at it all the time at Banneker.
All the time. I'll never forget this one story. I gotta tell a story.
Please, I'm sure I don't remember it. I don't remember being embarrassed.
I think we in Miss Butcher class. All right, and
first grade.
I'm gonna try to keep up with it and try to break it down to what it was. So we was all
almost 30 years ago.
I think it was damn. First grade, I think. And so me and Josh going back at it, like, you tall 16 tons. Whoa.
That's a classic.
The fact that I didn't live over 16 tons. The fact that you still remember the stat. But oh my God.
We used to talk about it all the time. But it was one time I went too far. And when Miss Butcher, somebody made me stand up. And I was still trying to talk about Josh. And Josh was like, if you stand there for like 5 minutes, you actually lose weight, right?
Oh, damn.
In front of the whole crowd, bro. I'll never forget that line. I was in trouble and I was standing up. He was like, you actually stand there still for 5 minutes, you lose weight, right? I said, that can't be true.
That's a pretty good counter in the moment when somebody's roasting you and shit. Yeah, that's a pretty good.
He killed me, and I ain't had nothing to say after that because I was in trouble. I couldn't say nothing. And I was actually standing still too. I'm like, I wonder if it actually worked. I don't know if you remember that, Jay. That was one.
That's a deep in my recesses memory. That is funny.
Your comebacks was quick, bro, and I thought I was quick with the comebacks. It shut the whole game down. But I just want to say, I felt like I was a bully, man, in a lot of ways. Like, talk about people's mamas. Like, I used to get deep. Like, yeah, that's how your parents divorce and stuff like that. I used to say stuff like that ain't right. Like, what?
Yo, not to pile on to you, but I remember specifically when, because we've been saying people's whole government names this whole time. Kiara Jackson had just got titties. and so she,
I know exactly where this is going.
And you yell out, you can poke the eye out with those.
Wait.
I remember that, literally.
It's like, you can poke the eye out with those. I don't know why I remember that so well.
Wow. I wonder where all these people at nowadays, man. I'm gonna have to look them up on Facebook.
Who knows?
No, you're right, bro.
I want to be back next week, man. We gotta set up shop. I want to be back next. I will make time, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. It don't matter.
Word up. You might have to. We might have to do like our normal time, but yeah, we can work that out.
Yeah, I will be down because we can go for days. But audience, I get it now with the podcast. You want to keep their attention because everybody 3 minutes microwave time. We all like quick to jump on something else. So you got to keep them engaged, and they don't really know it. We give them inside stuff that they don't really, but it was still good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Always fun times. Yeah. Always. Well, we're gonna wrap it up there. We appreciate y'all for listening. We want to thank Mony for joining in. He might be on. Not might. He will be. He will be back. We'll welcome him.
I will.
And fellas, any last thoughts when we get out of here?
Man,
cheese ahead, yo, cheese ahead. Yeah, cheese ahead, y'all.
Cheese and knees, you know what I'm saying? Cheese and knees.
Hit us in, yo, hit us in the emails. Cheese ahead. What's it worth to you? Cheese ahead. You know
what's it worth to those? I don't believe it's 17 people. I think it's more than that. But to those people that's out there listening to the crew, hey, y'all make that decision. We're gonna do a poll. I'm gonna pray after this because I don't want to. I'm gonna make sure I get the wrong answer. But put in the poll. We're gonna have the answers next week.
Make a poll.
Yeah. Let's do it. That's a great idea.
I can't wait till this drop. Please, man, let's do this again. It was so good just catching up with y'all, man. And I'm so thankful to get up with you. We're gonna find Larry Marcus next week. Somebody call Larry. And
this saying his name with the comma intact is hilarious. Because
this L'Oreal, hey Aaron, this Asian teacher used to say it all the time in our elementary school. Larry Marcus. Larry Marcus. He never said his first name first. He always say Larry Marcus. He had two first names.
Oh man,
I completely forgot about that.
Man, I completely forgot about that teacher. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro. So many stories that I've been writing down, y'all too. Like I'm definitely we definitely gotta stay connected because I'm gonna say this last thing and I'm gonna shut up. But because we were able to go through that and all the stories that we have, we can really put this out into the world. Because we can't just keep this to ourselves. All the
a sitcom
stories,
or something. I mean, a series or something we've been talking about.
We got producers, we got dancers, we got actors, we got singers, we got across the board that we can really do some stuff, bro. And so that's what I've been really focusing on, and just stuff that we can actually do, and that be ours, that be our own. You know what I'm saying? And we know anybody that's in the game. We got connections to where we can actually put it out.
how many people from Emerson, if we really had a thing, we was like, all right, y'all, cast and call, everybody come back. We're trying to do like a series about Emerson. How many people you think would actually show up?
3, if that,
and be a part of that shit?
But
people don't even.
this is why you don't put it out to everybody. You make very strategic decisions, and then once it gets any kind of movement, everybody will come.
Hey, me and Lamar Jones was talking about it already.
Nice.
And I see so much that we can do, bro. Because these are funny stories. We got crazy stories from Pearl to Riley to
Mr. Reed.
Mr. Reed.
Mr. Reed. All the teachers, Mr. Terrell, Mr. Terrell, Mr. Terrell, Mr. Aqua. We got so many stories that we can go. Everybody.
Mr. Perry.
What was the old bus driver's name? Like,
Mr.
Lee? Mr.
Leon. Mr. Leon.
Mr. Leon, right.
Oh man, we got so many stories, bro, that we can bring it to life and get some. We can play them ourselves. We ain't even gotta get no young niggas. We can
definitely have our own RDC, Big Job, like
we
skit
could
crew.
do that. Yeah.
Just but all got to be, near each other. We're kind of in 3-4 different cities.
Hey, but just like this podcast, man, we've been talking about shit like this for fucking years, and just the fact that we're consistent with it is like amazing already, bro. Because we've been talking, we've been having amazing ideas for the last 45 years. You know what I mean? I haven't done them.
I haven't done it. I think me and you, AJ, we talked about it a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember, bro.
I remember that.
We talked.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember it was when you first. It was funny because you mentioned the apartment, like when you first got that apartment.
Mm.
It was short. It was you. I remember you showing me the apartment. I remember talking to you on FaceTime or something.
Yeah, bro.
And then we talked about writing some stories, and I remember that. Yeah. I never wrote anything, but I remember the conversation.
I ain't writing on either. I ain't writing on either. But it's still in my heart and it's still in my mind. And Aaron, you hit it on the head, bro. Y'all been consistent, and it inspires me, bro. It inspires people like me to get out there and do it. Who cares if it's 17 listens? It starts with something.
Hey, we love all 17 of y'all. That's something clear.
All it takes is one hit.
Yeah.
All it takes.
Yeah, man. Well, with that, we appreciate y'all. We love you. And wherever you go, whoever you connect with, and whoever you choose to copulate henceforth with, whoever you choose to create with, and whoever you choose to come on top of, we hope that you keep it forthright, vulnerable, and lead to your giggity goddamn best. Please keep it honest. This is the Informally Honest Podcast. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Thanks for listening.
Peace, world.
Four brothers from the Miller neighborhood of Gary, Indiana. Four brothers from the Miller neighborhood of Gary, Indiana.